guys, welcome back to my channel, and basically I'm back again with another video of a cut crease look. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, just stay tuned. I've done my eyebrows off camera and I've basically primed my eyelids with the P. Louise shade 0 or 5 on my eyelids, and I'm basically going to go in with the Juavias Place mini palettes, and I'm going to go in with the berry palette, and I'm basically adding the darkest pink shade onto the crease of my eyelids. From the same palette, I'm going to add the light pink shade just to buff out any of the harsh edges from the dark pink shade, and I'm basically just going to do that on both eyes. I'm just going to take my time and I'm going to use a slightly more of a fluffy brush so that I can really get to those edges and make it look flawless. So going in with the same P. Louise shade 0, I'm basically going to go in with a flat brush and I'm basically going to carve out my cut crease. I'm basically going to take my time working at small bits at a time. I tend to use a smaller brush when I'm cutting my crease so that I don't mess up. While my base is still wet, I'm going to go in with my Revolution Pro glitter pigment. I can't remember what this shade is called. I will list it in the description bar below. With my Real Techniques brush, I'm not really sure what this brush is called either. I'm going to pat that silver white looking pigment into where I cut my crease, and I'm basically just going to sprinkle a little bit of that glitter onto the back of my hand. It's quite fine, so I just sprinkle a bit on the back of my hand and I basically just pat it into the base while the base is still wet, taking care obviously not to look up so I don't smudge my base. In with the Urban Decay Naked brush, I'm basically just gonna repeat the steps that I did in the beginning. I'm gonna add that dark pink shade onto the outer corners of my eye, and I'm basically just gonna pat it in to make sure I have enough pigment and that it basically is blended with the rest of the eye. And then I'm gonna go in with the lighter pink shade in between the silver and the dark pink, and I'm basically gonna create an ombre. Wet wipe, I'm basically just going to wipe off all of that extra glitter that has fell off during the process, and then I'm going to clean up the edges and basically start to prep my face for my foundation. I went in with a light primer from Superdrug, and I basically just applied a little bit on my chin and a little bit on my nose. I'm just trying out a new primer, so I figured I'd see how this one works for my skin. Going in with my NW45 foundation from MAC. I know it looks a little bit orange, it looks a little bit crazy. It's the same shade I always buy. I don't know, for whatever reason it just looked a little bit lighter on this day, but I basically will just blend it into my face I promise in the end it's not going to look crazy. It's going to look really, really good. And this flat brush, it was a present from my mum, so shout out to Mumsy. I'm not sure where she got it from, but basically it covers the area in half the time. It's such a good brush. I use it for all my makeup foundation routine now. With my favorite concealer from E.L.F, the 16-hour Camo Concealer. I swear by this concealer. I am such a die-hard fan. I don't think I'll ever change it right now. It works for me. So I'm basically just going to apply some concealer under my eyes, onto the bridge of my nose, onto my forehead, and onto my chin. And I'm basically just going to buff that all in and make sure it looks flawless. So I'm going to go in with a beauty blender for the inner corners of my eye and basically just blend. Make sure that your sponge is damp so that you can have a nice flawless finished airbrush look. Coming in with my favorite setting powder from Fenty Beauty in the shade Honey. I'm basically just going to set under my eyes, on my chin, on my nose, and a little bit on my forehead. I'm going to bake this time because I know I'm going to be having this look on for quite a while, so I don't like to retouch and powder again, so I'm going to kind of pack on the powder a little bit just under my eyes. While waiting for my setting powder to set, I'm basically going to coat my eyelashes and some mascara. I've already added the glue to my lashes and I'm basically just waiting for the glue to dry down a little bit and then stick my lashes on. My eyelashes weren't dry yet, so I basically decided to contour my face while I wait for my lashes to dry, and I'm going to go in with the BH Cosmetic itsmyraerae palette, and I'm going to use Brownie Bite to contour my cheeks a little bit, and I'm going to also mix it with another powder that I got from a beauty supply store. I can't remember what the powder is called. I'll list it in the description bar below. Now that the lashes are dry, I'm basically just going to stick them on. These are like my favorite pairs of lashes ever. You cannot go wrong without them. And I'm basically just going to stick them on and intensify this look. I'm now going to dust off all the excess powder all over my chin and under my eyes, and I'm just going to make sure I blend it in properly so that I don't have any major flashback later. So I was feeling a little bit extra and I decided to highlight again under my eyes and basically reverse contour under my cheekbones so I can look snatched. So I'm basically gonna dust off all that powder again, and I'm also going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powder in the shade Hazelnut as well, to just basically neutralize all the setting powder that I've added. For blush, I'm going to go in with my favourite blush from Juavias Place, the Saharan Volume 2, and I'm basically going to go in with the shade Lena all over my cheekbones. I take it quite high up and basically blend it into my contour. Going back in that berry palette, I'm basically going to add that dark color to my lash line and basically blend it out with that pink, light pink eyeshadow as well. So I'm going to go in with my E.L.F Matte Magic Mist set, and I'm going to set my whole entire face. For highlighter, I'm going to go in with my Revolution Baked Bronzer Highlighter in the shade Rock My World. I don't know if they do it, if they still do it, but that's basically my favorite highlighter. And I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques blending brush, and I'm going to highlight my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, a little bit on my nose, and a little bit on my forehead. For my lips, I'm going to line my lips with a deep maroon lip liner. I'm going to use the Revolution Nude lipstick set, and on top of that I'm going to go in with my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Angel Food Cake. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it, and I hope you guys get to create more videos using this tutorial in the future. And with that being said, guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button so you never miss a video. And with that being said, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Love. Forever.